What up? What up? What up, my friends? What's going on? It's the pastor out here where I live most of my life at behind my wheel. Hoping that everybody had a good evening, a good day today, a great day today. And hoping that we get a bunch of folk on here for tonight's um, Facebook Live. Um, I'm distressed by the fact that I feel that I need to do this live, but I have no regrets in what I'm about to say, not only tonight, but also tomorrow night, and then I might wrap up on Sunday night, okay? Tonight is going to be more or less about setting the tone, the background on this foolishness with Johnathan Thrower, okay, who's I guess his trade name or something like that is Shakem Amen Aket. Okay, I'm pretty well content to no more address him as that because for one, I feel that the nature of what he does, how he does it, that it's actually disrespectful to the ancestors who at one time who he honored, and so I'm just coming from that point. And I just received a little message saying that he bets that that tonight in my live that I don't talk about my financials or whatever. Now he spent the last, I guess maybe 2 weeks or so, this time because he's done this before, talking about me. So what I need to talk about anything that I of mine, he's done it all, and he's expecting people to take what he's saying as the fact. But I'm here not only tonight but tomorrow night and Sunday night. Tomorrow night and Sunday night, I'll be putting out the receipts about to substantiate how big of a liar this dude is. Okay, he's a mega liar. He's a Trump liar. Okay, he's one of them that can spout a lie every couple of minutes and expect people to believe them because he doesn't allow anybody to put up any opposition. If you go to his page and you question what he's saying, ultimately he will block you. Period. You see, and that's what people who ain't telling the truth. That's what they do. My page is open to everybody tonight. This is open to everybody. I knew somebody would run to him and tell him. I don't know who it is. Okay, one of these days I'm gonna find out who it is too. The run tell that person. I don't care really. I don't care. My page is open. I say what I say, and I do what I'm gonna do. Okay, but I'm gonna start tonight off with a little bit of music. Okay, a little bit of music that kind of starts off with the tone that needs to be looked at and embraced as I talk about Johnathan Thrower, okay, uh, that many of you all know as Shakem Amen Aket, but a government name. And I don't see, he shouldn't have any problem with that, with me using that name, because every time I see his name in the newspaper, it's always Johnathan Thrower, and I don't see him doing anything. Uh, uh, no, Brother Ramirez, he said you questioned him one time, you got blocked. Yeah, Christine, mega clown, straight up. So let me put on a little music while I get some people tagged up, and the music is from 1989, a group called Public Enemy, okay, who were definitely socially conscious brothers, power to the people, brothers. They wasn't playing, and they opened up this song called "Fight the Power" with a quote from another brother, Reverend Thomas. His nickname was TNT Todd. And in the beginning of that 1989 hit, Fight the Power, it opened by saying, yet our best trained, best equipped, best educated, best prepared troops refuse to fight. And as a matter of fact, it's safe to say that they would rather switch than fight. Tonight is dedicated to to Johnathan Thrower, who I do believe decided he'd rather switch than fight. Let me get some folks tagged up while we got them boys kicking it. Come on, somebody. Welcome to Facebook Live with the pastor. that they would rather switch than fight. That's why I ain't calling them Shakem no more. Come on, somebody. Come on now. Let's go. Y'all share this out, please. Y'all share this out. What's going on, folks? What's going on? It's good to see we got some folks on. Carly, what's happening? Rashad, what's going on? Charlene, thank you for getting on. Doris, what's happening? Thank you for getting on also. Jonathan, thank you for getting on. Okay, not Jonathan Thrower, but Jonathan Guerrero Ramirez. Another summer. Sound of the funky drummer. Taisha, what's going on, my sister? What's going on? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. The hell with them. You're right. But I'm going to call this out, see, because I'm not going to leave this out here hanging so that when my grandchildren and their grandchildren Google their great-granddad, that this foolishness don't come up without it being challenged. I don't want my grandchildren to be ridiculed by other people's children because of some clown that's been making up lies about me that I didn't address. Straight up, straight up. Yeah, Gerard, thank you for getting on board. We really appreciate you. Elvin, good to see you also. Thank you. And thank you. Jason, what's going on? All right. Sierra, good evening. Elaine, what's going on? Come on, somebody. Danielle, what's happening? All right. Shannon, what's happening? Y'all please share this out, okay? Y'all please share this out while I try to get some people tagged up. Let them boys speak their truth. Who said what is this? You gotta go for what you know. Y'all please tag somebody and share this out. Fight the power. Tired. Tired of this foolishness. And this ain't the first time. This ain't the first time. Not with him, and that's for sure. So unfortunately, I've been around long enough to know some things. I just don't always talk about them. I believe in grace. And I've delivered a whole lot of grace in this case. But you know, a lot of folks don't realize though with me, grace got an expiration date. And right now that expiration date for Johnathan Thrower is today. I gotta make sure I tag his aunt. Elvis is a hero to them Republican folks like Shakem, ain't he? It's straight out racist. Come on, Flavor Flav. I'm a little ticked off tonight. I'm gonna be honest with you. Other than that, I wouldn't even be on here. And I expect him to come back with a vengeance, but I don't give a damn. Really. Started right. Because tomorrow when I back this up with the physical evidence of the lies, ain't nobody going to be able to say, oh, I think he was telling the truth. You ain't going to be able to. So they ain't going to keep crying about me. Matter of fact, he need to keep my name out his mouth. Really. Y'all know, you know what? I ask any one of y'all, when y'all seen me post anything or say anything about Johnathan Thrower? When, if any of you all heard me say anything, mention anything about him? Okay? If you can tell me when I posted something on my page about him, I will have to tell you, please show me when that was, because I have no recollection of it. He's a non-factor to me in my life. I got too many things out here. Let me just say something. I got too many things out here in this world to worry with. People getting hurt, people getting killed, people dying, people hungry, people needing jobs and all of that. I got too many other things out here in this community to worry about than what Johnathan Thrower is doing, what he's saying, or what I don't care. Unless it's something, though, that is detrimental to the community, which I'm going to talk about in one of the lives either tomorrow or Sunday, that had me and several others, because he kept saying, I heard his live, okay? Somebody helped me to listen to his live, because I'm blocked too, where it was Pastor Dixon, Pastor Dixon, Pastor Dixon, Pastor Dixon. As a matter of fact, he said, as a matter of fact, I'm not holding nothing against Justin Hunt, who actually led that whole thing and everything. Only reason why I was there. But Pastor Dixon, Pastor Dixon, Pastor Dixon. That's what leads me to believe there's something else behind this too. And I'm going to talk about that. So I got some folks tagged up here, but the bottom line is, okay, I cannot and will not let this clown continue to disparage my name without saying something about it. Not only saying something about it, but bringing to the table the absolute proof to show that he's lying. Okay. All right. This is a different debate right here. Okay. At 70, almost 72 years old, I'm calling BS straight up. And Johnathan Thrower is the mouth who the BS is coming out of. Okay. And I can't deal with it. Okay. I've really grown tired of this brother lying about me, plain and simple, this time. Because as I said, there have been other times. And why is he doing this? Y'all please share this out, invite some more people in. Why is he doing this? It's got to be one of two reasons, okay? One or two reasons. The first one might be the obvious one because he's clout chasing, okay? Some people in this community feel like the way to get to the top is by tearing other people down, okay? I really don't understand what the problem is with me because, again, I never say anything about him other than what I'm going to talk about as far as why I was at the community center in 2022, why I was there, okay? And it didn't have a damn thing to do with his books and Lewis's books. But I'm going to hold that one for another time. And he know that. And the media know that. Because in the media article that he says that disappeared, I mean, not that one, but the one that was just most recently, they said exactly why we were there. And it had nothing to do with nobody's books, okay? And I got the receipts. I got the receipts, okay? That's one thing about liars. Liars ain't got no receipts. They just talk. They bump their gums. Like Donald Trump, just bump your gums and hope that there's gullible people out here that will believe it and not question you. And on social media, his vehicle or his method of dealing with people who question them is to do what? My brother Johnathan Ramirez just said it. Block them. Block them. That's why I'm blocked. That's why other people that challenge him get blocked. Because he don't want nobody blocked because he got to keep the lie running. He got to keep the lie running. Well, I'm going to refute some of the lies because you see, I got friends who just happen to be in his rooms, okay? And they send me stuff and I see stuff and I hear stuff, that I guess I ain't supposed to hear or whatever. So I'm going to unpackage that stuff over the next couple of days, okay? But the first reason I think that he might be doing it, it could be. I don't know. I don't know. Johnny Yates, what's going on? It's been a while. Miss Brown, Melissa Brown from the South Carolina Conservatives. Very interesting that you checked in. Very interesting. Okay. I don't think I'm going to talk too much about the South Carolina Conservatives and South Carolina Blexit and his affiliation with them in the past or whatever. I don't think I'm going to talk too much about that tonight. But you might want to hear just how poorly of a representative he is in this state for those who think that he might have some kind of clout in the black community. He don't. He don't. Or in the white community. He don't. Okay? He don't. He's wise in his own eyes, and anybody who is going to support him thinking that he has this kind of reach, nah. That's why I dragged a friend of mine who I really want to keep considering a friend, and to do lives with him. Because the other friend got reach. Got reach. Yeah, awful in the black community. But the other reason, okay? The other reason is a little bit more in-depth. Y'all know I got a mouth. Not only that, y'all know I speak truth. Truth to power. And y'all know that I am very heavily connected inside of the democratic process here. And a voice that not only doesn't always go along with the system, I call anybody out. It doesn't make me any difference. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But a voice that within the Democratic Party might have some sway, especially during this election period. And it could be, because it's been alleged that he gets paid to talk crazy about people or whatever. him and others in this community. It could be that he's been paid by his Republican, Trump-loving, Moms for Liberty, MAGA friends to try to silence me by bullying and discrediting me in the eyes of the community before the November election. That is a definite possibility. Simone, what's going on? How are you? Oh man, I think about you and your family a lot. A whole lot. Thank you for getting on, okay? Vanetta, thank you for watching also. Y'all please share this out. We need to get some more people out here really do need to hear this, even though it's going to be on Facebook. My page is open. My page is public. I don't have nothing to hide from nobody. If I ultimately block somebody, it's probably because they've literally been disrespectful and harassing, and I've asked them please to stop, and they don't do it. Okay, that's the only reason why I block somebody, not because somebody disagrees with what I say or I disagree with what they're saying. No, or like if they put cussing up on the page, and I ask them please, to edit it out. Well, I'm not gonna block them. I'm just going to delete the post after a while. I'm gonna give them some grace. Okay, give them some grace. So on tonight's live, okay, I'm going to talk about this person who says that he wants to help the community, but he's really acting like like he doesn't really want to help the community. He's more bent, it seems like, on tearing the community down, beating others down around others, like social justice is some kind of competition thing. I gotta one up the next man. Let me just say something, okay? If you got somebody that calls themselves an activist and all they're ever talking about is activating other activists by bad mouthing them or whatever and never activating the community, that so-called activist is not an activist. No. They're self-centered assholes. Yo, excuse me. I'm gonna be a little bit. I want y'all to understand. When I post this to my YouTube channel, I'm gonna definitely hit that button saying "not for children." Okay, y'all forgive me, and y'all forgive me as far as the pastor. I'm gonna hold my tongue some, as much as I can, but over the next 3 days, tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, Sunday night at 8 o'clock, I'm gonna try my best to just keep it simple. Nautica, thank you for checking in. Monique, thank you for checking in. David, thank you for checking in. Would y'all please share this on out? Okay, share this on out. Okay, so on tonight's live, I'm going to talk about this person who says that he wants to help the community, but he's still acting though like he did when before he exited the prison system. He's acting like that old guy, you know. But you know how the street life is, right? Street life, busted, can't be trusted, lie, all of that, whatever it takes in order to get on top. That's that old way, right? That's that old white way. And that doesn't translate into a new self. That does not translate into a new self. A new self is someone who comes and doesn't operate under the old standards. You can't serve God and mammon at the same time. You can't be the old self and the new self at the same time. And you can't say you're the new self if you're operating like the old self, because you ain't the new self. So tonight I'm gonna talk about that, okay? And tomorrow and on Sunday, okay? Get ready. Get ready. Because I'm going to share the irrefutable evidence that Johnathan Thrower is a liar. He is a liar. You don't like it? Oh, well, it is what it is. Just like Trump, same person he talks about and supports, or should I say, same person he supports, okay? And that his lies, I'm going to show the irrefutable evidence that his lies about me were manufactured, they were intentional, and they were aimed at discrediting my name within the community that I serve. For whatever reason he's doing it, clout chasing, serving and sucking up to his Republican buddies. I don't know. Or just because he's so insecure in himself that he feels the only way he can get to the top is by tearing others around him down. I don't know what the reason is, but I'm going to show the specific facts as to why I'm saying that he's lying about me tomorrow at 8 o'clock p.m. and then again on Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Two different examples that I'm going to definitely show you the full receipts about you will leave. And I'm trying to figure out StreamYard, okay? Because I want to be able to upload the videos. So while I'm talking about a certain video or whatever that he was using, that he used, that I can show what really happened, okay? What was really going on, okay? Because he's manipulated stuff in order to get people to believe what he's saying. Man, that's some bogus. Well, I can't say that. I can't say that word. I can't. Some words I just can't say because I'm still not supposed to be going back to that old self either. I hold myself to that standard. I can't be the old Slick Dixon and the new Pastor Thomas Dixon. That's hypocrisy, and I don't live in hypocrisy, and I don't represent myself to the community as a hypocrite. And what I'm saying, as far as this guy Johnathan Thrower, and that's why that Shakem, Amen, Aket name thing, that's a deception to make you think he's like super black, Mr. Black Power. Okay, yeah, lies, lies. Okay, so it's sad. It's really sad. It's sad that I feel that I have to address this foolishness, really. But a reputation that's taken me 24 years to build is at stake. I want you all to please understand that. Understand my heart in that. A reputation that I've taken 24 years to build is at stake. And I'm not going to sit quiet as Thrower tries to ruin it. I'm just not going to. Really, which you can't do anyway, because you all know me. You all know me. I see more people getting on. Thank you all for getting on. I really appreciate it. Y'all please share this out. Okay? Yep. I had a friend that I don't know whether she was talking about throw or not or whatever, but she said, and we already had the conversation about him blocking folks. That she said, this is a wise word. She said, one thing a liar gonna do is block or delete when the truth is put forth. Man, that's some real stuff there. That's some real stuff there. But Shakem ain't always been that way. Shakem ain't always been that way, and it's a shame that he's that way now. It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know whether it was when he first came out of prison system or whatever, but the Shakem that I was introduced to, because I'm a Kumya, I'm not a Benya, I'm a Kumya. So I met Shakem, okay, after he came out but when I came out, this was the Shakem that I met, okay, that dude there, okay. Now that's the picture, okay. That picture don't necessarily mean this who the person was, but the Shakem that I met was the super black man, Shakem. Power to the people, black man. RBG, black man. Red, black, and green, right? Right? Power fist up in the air. Literally, literally beating white racists down, rallying against white supremacy and white supremacists. He was a soldier out here in the street. I mean, I wasn't that much. I haven't been on that side of I got to literally fight somebody out here unless it's brought to me. Okay, I'm going to defend myself. But the reality is, when he came out on the scene, he was like in the RBG outfits and the red, black, and green hats and the dashikis and the pumped fist in the air and the whole 9 yards. Okay, super black man. I remember, I remember the Pan African. Shakem Amen Aket. I remember Ski Mask, Facebook Live wearing Shakem Amen Aket. Y'all might not know nothing about that. I got the videos too. I might, I don't know, might share them, I might not, okay. I remember the marching in the streets against the Klan with a red, black, and green flag and a bullhorn, Shakem Amen Aket. I remember this dude. And then he switched. He switched somewhere along the way. Like Public Enemy said in the Thomas T.N.T. Todd quote that I talked about earlier at the beginning of the 1989 hit Fight the Power, yet our best trained, best educated, best equipped, best prepared troops refuse to fight. As a matter of fact, it's safe to say that they would rather switch then fight. And apparently, the former Shakem Amen Aket decided one day that he would rather switch than fight. And that's why I'm not going to call him by that Afrocentric name anymore. Johnathan Thrower, that's his government name, because he's the government dude now, and he shouldn't have any problem with that. Because if you look up any kind of news report, because he likes to get his name in the paper too, it's never Shakim, whatever that, all of that. No, it's always Johnathan Thrower, and he'll never have a problem with that. So he shouldn't have no problem with me saying it. All right, all right, all right. Somewhere around 2019 or so, okay, Black Power, ski mask, bullhorn carrying, fist pumping Shakim Amen Aket switched. He abandoned his red, black, and green superhero community representative cape, and he donned the MAGA Make America Great Again cloak. The same cloak that the white supremacists wore that and continued to wear, that he claimed he was in a war against as RBG. And that's sad, folks. He switched. Okay. And this is the reason why he did something similar to what he's doing right now, attacking me, right, through Facebook Live and all of this here, Facebook Lives and all of that, and with a bunch of lies in the live, okay? This is the reason why he did something similar to that um, a few years ago, because I objected to him being designated to give a posthumous award to the family of Mujahideen Baha at an event in 2020. This event, okay, it was hosted by the Community Resource Center, which him and Lewis Smith, that's their organization, okay, and also the Healthcare Workers United. Y'all might know I've been not only a member of their board since its inception, but I was actually the board chair for a while, okay? And as a board member, I objected to his presenting this award, Mr. Republican MAGA. Um, I just could not see him giving an award in Mujahideen's name. Mujahideen would not have agreed with that. And now it's hard for me to say I'm speaking for the dead, but Mujahideen was a brother, straight up. He never compromised his blackness, never. And so, even though the event was being held at the community center, it was a collaborative effort between Community Resource Center and Healthcare Workers United. And when we were talking about the planning, and they said, well, Thrower could present the Mujahideen Award, I just shared my opinion. My opinion. Here's the flyer. This was the flyer from it, okay? I always tell y'all, I'll be bringing my receipts, okay? That's the flyer right there. Okay, right here, this is Mary Moultrie, Mujahideen in the middle, Senator Robert Ford over here, okay? And at the bottom, you have Mrs. Louise Brown, and the hospital workers, other small hospital workers, okay? But I aired my opinion, especially as the board member with Healthcare Workers United. I said, and the rest of them, they knew Mujahideen also. And Shakem wasn't in the room at the time, okay? But I aired my opinion. I said, I don't really think that he's a good choice for that based on his political ideology right now, which is allying him with white supremacy, okay? Which is allying himself with white racists, okay? Remember, 2020, when this occurred, was it 2020? Wait one. Oh, what did I do with my paper? Hmm. Okay, yeah, 2020. I'm sorry, 2020. Um, yeah, 2020. Donald Trump was in office, and he switched over. He got with Brexit, the black people's arm of the Republican Party, Brexit. You know, Renata da Silva, she's part of Unity City. I'm not even gonna get on that tangent or whatever, but for me, it just was not a good fit. And since we were planning, and I feel like in any kind of planning session or whatever, people should be able to speak their mind or whatever. I spoke my mind. Well, of course, Lewis Smith, who um, Lewis needs a physical, but I'm gonna leave that alone, okay? But Lewis decided to go and tell Shakem, I guess what I said, which I don't have no problem about that. But Shakem, his reaction, his reaction was the same reaction I could have expected out of somebody out there on the block. Not only did he get huffy, he ran up on me. Okay, I'm sitting in my car, yelling and threatening and cussing and all of this here. And I'm sitting in my car looking at him. I'm glad I'm not that older person that I was, okay? Because if I'd have had a weapon on me, I'd have dropped him right there. But that's you know that's how crucial it was. And not only did he do that, he went to social media, faced with these Facebook lives, right, attacking me. Dixon this and Pastor Dixon that and Dixon, Dixon, Dixon and Dixon, Dixon and Dixon and Dixon, Dixon, Dixon. And did I mention Pastor Dixon for days, for days, because I expressed my opinion about him presenting a award in my friend's name, who I know was definitely a Black Power advocate, although he represented for all ethnicities, but he was never compromising in his blackness. Never. Mujahideen. And again, people will say you shouldn't speak for the dead. I know Mujahideen well enough to know, just like I know myself. Ain't no Republican blood, wasn't no Republican blood in him, period. The ideology he would have fought against to this day, to this day. He'd have been vocal to this day against Donald Trump and the MAGA movement and Project 2025. And I just expressed my opinion. I don't think that he would be a good fit to present that award. I wasn't saying that I wanted to present it or nothing, because most of y'all know, I'm not a limelight person. I'll just as soon take the back seat in a heartbeat. I'm good with that, as long as the work is getting done, as long as the job. But he had a real big problem about that, man. I'm telling you, straight up cussed me out, threatened me, and the whole nine. And he ain't the only one that threatened me, okay, over the years. And that's a matter of fact. He sure ain't the only one that threatened me. Some of my closest associates then threatened me. You know, it's crazy. It's really crazy. But back to where I was at. So this is not anything new. I mean, days on end, he did this, just and Dixon this and Dixon that and Dixon, and I'm like, wow. And because he's got a base out here. Well, he had a. I don't think he really has a base now or whatever. But they listen to that foolishness and they'll believe stuff coming out his mouth, sort of like Donald Trump in that debate. That over 30 times in an hour and a half, he lied. Donald Trump lied. It was documented over 30,000 times in 4 years. 30,000 lies in 4 years. That's an average of 21 new lies a day. And these people want to be leaders. I think Thrower thinks he's a leader. Is that the kind of leader that we want in our community? A liar? I'm going to show you just how big of a liar he is tomorrow and on Sunday in the lies that he's perpetrated against me, trying to move his base or sway somebody into either not liking me or not associating with me or not believing in what I say or believing what I say, or swaying those who might support what I say politically away from believing me. I don't know. Maybe he got paid. I don't know. Speaking of paid, I think he got paid in 2020, 2019, 2019, when it came to the race the mayoral race, right? The mayoral race. I thought it really strange that as the earlier days of that race developed, right? Elder James Johnson, who I was associating with at that time, had an event up in North Charleston, and he invited like Tecklenburg and others to speak. And Singletary was there, of course, and I went. I was associating somewhat in that time with Johnson. I hadn't severed my ties with him at that time fully. Okay, but all of a sudden, within a day of that event, right? And certain people in there received awards that night. I don't know whether Tecklenburg got an award or not, but he was there. Tecklenburg did speak, okay? All of a sudden, here, Thrower gets goes on this rant about me. It's crazy. It's crazy. Lachey, yes, if you're listening on, I don't know, I can't read the whole post, your whole comment because it cuts off and says see more. But if you'll listen on tomorrow evening and or Sunday, preferably both nights, you will really be able to see very simply how he manipulates the truth. Okay, starting with the fact that he said that I got $100,000. I got the screenshot. Okay, from North Charleston. I've never received any money for the work I do in the community. Zero, zero. But them white racists, them white supremacists that's on his page, they love to hear that. They love to hear that. Yeah, Dixon got new cars and all that. Man, I got the same car I've been driving since 2016. Same car. I ain't got no new car. If I could just show you my armrest, you'd say, man, they tore up from the flow up. You know, it's crazy. But back to where I'm at. Back to where I'm at. Okay, but after that whole, I mean, for weeks, I mean, for days on end, going in. And he would say, Elder Johnson, but Dixon, Elder Johnson, but Dixon, 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 Dixon. I don't know what the, and again, I ask anybody, when have y'all ever seen his name, me post anything, or even say anything about him on my Facebook pages? When? Somebody help me out on this. He's not a factor to me, and I don't understand why I'm a factor to him. I know my name has been mentioned in some of the white supremacist militia groups and everything, and I got at least one straight heckler. This dude, Alan Dobson, okay, he's on Shakem's page too, or excuse me, Thrower's page too. Um, and again, you can expect to see this chopped up the way he likes to chop up videos and isolate little segments of the video. I don't care. I don't care because you're hearing the whole truth and nothing but the truth. But these people like Alan Dobson, right, in the militia groups, I keep telling these people they like stalkers, and sometimes it looks like Shakem is that way about me and carrying on. But I got a wife. I got a wife I've been happily married to for 40 years. What is this? This is 42 years. And I'm good. I'm good. I ain't looking for no boyfriends or nothing like that. So I wish they just keep my name out of their mouth. Why are they obsessed with me? Especially since I ain't obsessed with them. Yeah, Dobson is trash. Was crying one day talking about he had stage 4 liver cancer. I'm like, okay, then you really need to go and enjoy your life and quit worrying about Pastor Dixon. Why am I such a big part of your life and you say you dying? I don't get it. I don't get it. But back to where I was at. Back to where I was at, okay, because I'm looking at, 8:40, I'm still in good shape, okay? Right. So what he's doing right now is nothing new. It's nothing new, my friends, okay? But this time, it's time to let all who want to know for all time that with Pastor Dixon, okay, and in my imperfections, although I totally believe in grace, my grace has an expiration date. And this is his expiration date. Grace with me and him has expired because he didn't have to been going in. I've heard the lies. Dixon this and Dixon that and Dixon this and Dixon that. And if he took money to do that, I hope he got paid well. I hope he got paid well. Because at the end of today, tomorrow, and Sunday, there's going to be no doubt about the lack of ethics, morals, and whether he's a truth teller, there's going to be no doubt to anybody who watches this live or has access to this live for all time and eternity. It'll be on my YouTube channel. Okay. I'll decide whether I'm going to, take the restrictions off of the videos that I have of him from back in the day. The ones where he was threatening white people and all of that. I might release them. I don't know. But then again, I might not. Okay. I might not. See, I've been around. I've been around, okay? But for all time and eternity, it's time just to let them know, my grace has an expiration date, especially, especially when that grace and what's being said about me might have an effect on my reputation and my legacy. I don't want my great grandchildren being ridiculed about something some clown today made up about me. If they tell the truth, I'm good with that. Tell the truth, I ain't got nothing to say if it's the truth. But not something some clown made up about me that I never challenged and or set the record straight. That ain't getting ready to happen. That ain't getting ready to happen. And like I said in the little 5-minute promo, okay? There's a difference between people who have really changed, who have come out that system. What this guy is doing right now, he's dishonoring those who have actually changed their lives after exiting the prison system. Going into the system, being about that life when they went in and came out, and for whatever reason, now they're trying to make a change in their community, trying to give back. But they're not trying to ride the fence. They're not trying to have one foot in the old life and one foot in the new life and trying to cover up their old self by looking new. No, these are people who, for whatever reason, are now working for the betterment of the community and not trying to lie and connive their way through. No. Once that change comes in, that change comes in. You can't play both sides of the fence. You're either honest or you're dishonest. You either tell the truth or you're a liar. There's no in between. And with Thrower, I'm going to prove where he's at over the next 2 days. Now he can just, go head on and, you know, just leave me alone. That'll be great. That'll be great. Once I finish telling the truth, because he had an option to do this all along and he did not do it. Unfortunately, he did not do it. I guess he figured I wasn't gonna come at him, but the clapback is hell. That's the bottom line. That's the bottom line. Okay. Mm. As I said, there's going to be 2 more Facebook Lives. Okay. Please understand that thing about that double standard. Okay. I need you to really to understand that thing about this trying to deceive the public by playing like you changed. And in reality, your actions indicate that there's been no change. And the only people that wind up suffering is that, in that case, are the people out here in the community. All of this back and forth that he's doing right now about nonprofits and all of that, what does it profit him? Or it might profit him a lot. I don't know. Maybe he got paid. Maybe he didn't. I know he spent a lot of time back in the, some years back in front of the city hall, talking about this, talking about that, getting loud and carrying on, and it's alleged that he got paid and then he got silent. I don't know. I don't know. But the reality is, though, you can't be in the world, of the world, and then deceive people outside of who you are and think that you're going to be able to say and do anything that you want when you want to without getting called on it. I'm sorry. Especially you picked the wrong one this time, bro. You picked the wrong one. Okay? And I hate that I have to do this. I hate that I have to do this. We got enough issues out here as black people fighting right now. Man, especially with these crazy, Republicans and what they're doing and what they're planning on doing through Project 22 or Agenda 47 or whatever you want to call it. For me to be wasting my time over some BS. Tell the truth about me. That's all. And here's another thing that's really sad, folks. I just got to say, Shakem knows the truth. He knows that my heart is straight up for the community. He knows that. And I use Shakem because Thrower is the one that's talking right now, all this trash. Because Shakem, that other alter ego that switched from, that person know that my heart has always just been for the community and that I work for the community. That person knows that I don't take money for what I do. That person know that. He lying to y'all. He's lying to y'all, and I'm going to prove that over the next couple of days so that you're going to stop back. By the time you get up Monday morning, you're going to say, man, that dude can't tell me nothing that I'm going to believe. Mm-mm. If he come to you and tell you on Monday the sun is shining, you better believe it's about to storm. Cloudy everywhere. Mm-mm. So, with that being said, okay, been about 46 minutes, and I had said I'm going to try to keep this short. Please, tomorrow, set your timers, okay, for 8 o'clock. I know it's Friday night, okay. I know it's Friday night, but if you can, jump on tomorrow. I'm going to try to be about the same amount of time, maybe even less. And that's why I decided to divide this up into two more segments, okay. One segment tomorrow, I'm going to talk about the Community Resource Center, the day that I was there with, even though he doesn't say anything about these others, I was there with Justin Hunt. I was there with Sharia Washington. I was there with Francis Baylot. Okay. I was there with others. I was there with Live 5 News Media. And we did call a press conference. And I'm going to talk to you tomorrow about how we got there, why we were there, and why a Live 5 report earlier this year said why we were there, and it had nothing to do with some books that he's alleging or whatever, okay? So that's going to be tomorrow night. On Sunday night at 8 o'clock p.m., I'm going to talk about this whole thing with these nonprofits that he's going in on and carrying on. You know, I'm going to lay that thing bare, and hopefully by then I'll have this StreamYard thing under control so I can actually upload these videos to show you exactly what I'm talking about. How this guy just, he has no morals, no scruples, and will lie just to be lying. Well, actually, I take that back. Maybe he's lying because maybe he's been paid to lie. I don't know. I don't know. But I know one thing. I got enough evidence to show that he's lying. And I hope that you'll join me for those other Facebook Lives tomorrow night at 8 o'clock and Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Facebook Live with the pastor. Till then, thank you all for getting on. I appreciate it. Please continue to share this on out. Others need to hear this. My apologies to everybody for the language, okay? But I'm really ticked off. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm really ticked off. I'm tired. I'm too old to be going through this. That's one thing. Okay, I'll be 72 in September, and I'm tired of this foolishness. And every time that we have to waste time with this foolishness, there are people out in this community that are suffering. We had a killing today on Dorchester Road in broad daylight. And instead of me being able to focus on that, I got to focus on that and this. I was with two mothers over the last 2 days who lost their loved ones to gun violence. One of which I was in Dorchester County Sheriff's Office today trying to get things right there. Okay. I need to ask Thrower, what have you done, man? Steady talking about everybody else. What do you do? What have you done? Instead of trying to activate activists, real activists activate the community to activism. That's what real activists do. You need to take that name out, that nickname out from in front of your name and get down to the real business. But listen, thank you all once again. Please continue to share this out. And in closing, I just want to encourage everyone, knowing that this right here, this too shall pass. This issue that we have and the threat of a dictatorship, of white supremacy actually winning, that too shall pass. But none of this will pass if we sit silent. If we don't say something and do what it takes in order to overthrow white supremacy, if we don't say what we have to say and do what we have to do in order to silence the mouths of their puppets. If we don't say what we have to say and do what we have to do in order to challenge the threat of white supremacy growing and going back to an America where we were treated, not only treated in a substandard way, but we were labeled as subhuman. If we don't do something to stop this, then we deserve everything that we get. And so for right now, I'm just hoping that Thrower decides that it's time to put this to rest and to go ahead on and focus on whatever he wants to. Find somebody else, okay? Because I ain't the one. I ain't the one. I got too much work to do out here in the community than to be worrying about one wannabe MAGA sellout, okay? If you want to get rich off of the Tim Scott playbook, go right ahead. I don't care. Again, let's just look at the record. Check the facts. Check my page and see when I even mentioned Shakem's name on it. It ain't on there. Johnathan throw his name on it. It ain't on there until this situation. It ain't on there. He's a non-factor to me. I don't have time to waste talking about him and what he is or what he is not doing. And he shouldn't be wasting time in it either. There's a community out here that's hurting. So listen, y'all, take care. Have a wonderful evening. It's Thursday night. We're going into the weekend. Please be safe. Please be safe. And in the aftermath of all of this, please, let's get back to that one thing that we've strayed away from. And we've allowed people like Thrower to stray us away from. And that's the fact that we should be able to agree with one another, agree to disagree with one another without becoming disagreeable. We don't have to fight with each other because we don't think the same way, talk the same way, or act the same way. We don't have to challenge everybody on everything out here. Challenge on the truth now, with the truth. But anytime that you have to invent something or lie about something to try to make a point, the point is lost anyway. You're a loser, okay? So tonight, though, let's get back to thoughts of love. Let's get back to thoughts of peace. Let's send some positive juju out here into the universe, some positive vibes that's going to infect and infectiously grow to epidemic proportions. I think we can change the way that we're going if we just have a revolution of love out here. Real love, not conditional love. Not I love you because you agree with me. Not I love you because we look the same way. No, I love you because I love you. Just that simple. We can even love those who don't love us. Really. I love that dude. If he ever got in a problem, if he ever had a situation arise, he know it. He knows it. He knows he would call me and I would come and help. He knows it. Everybody knows it. And that's what ticks me off because he's trying to get people to think that that's not the me that I am. And you all know, and he even knows that that's the me that I am. I'm that guy that no matter who you are, if you're in trouble, I'm going to come and help if I can. Okay. So listen, have a wonderful evening. Kiss your loved ones, your spouses, your babies. Please give them a hug. Call somebody. Tell somebody that you love them. Maybe somebody that you haven't been in touch with in a long time. Give them a call. Just say, I love you. And when they say, what's up with that? I just call to say, I love you. Some Stevie Wonder stuff there in it. I just call to say, I love you. That's all. And then rest easy tonight and get up tomorrow and let's start all over again. Trying to spread love all around the world. Y'all take care. I love y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all again tomorrow night, 8 o'clock p.m. Tell somebody, bring somebody. Peace.